we say "behas fik," yani I feel in you, not feel with you. And so in this place, for example, I think about like what we're in the community of like trees and Black Lives Matter paintings and murals down over there and the park and the people moving and the, rock. We're not sure where this came from, but we're also in it. And so how can we feel with rock? That's, literally just my concept of like thinking about the feelings that are like between all the entities of the cosmos and like how we're participating in them, even if we're individuals at the same time.
Compassion is our ability to meet people where they are, for people to meet us where we are. It's the ability for us to connect and to find that common ground that touches us in a way that gives us hope, inspiration, even when things are hard. Compassion really is the basis for what can bring us together.
To me, I've learned that compassion is a lot about empathy and a lot about understanding and a lot about validation. And so before I really practiced compassion, I felt like I'd be really judgmental towards myself and really hard on myself. And then through learning how God treats us, how Jesus has compassion on his sheep, how he would empathize with people who needed healing and who were heartbroken, he came to bind up the brokenhearted. It really made me realize that I should show myself compassion and be like him in that way. So I would have moments where I would feel shame or feel like rejection over something, and I would go back to that moment and I would show myself compassion of just, yeah, I understand why you did that and I understand how that felt. And even if it wasn't okay, it's just like, yeah, it wasn't okay, but like, you're gonna be okay and we can move on from that. And so I think compassion is just loving people well. It's just showing mercy to people and just wanting the best for others and wanting to love other people. And I think the opposite of compassion is judgment. And I think that judgment brings a break in connection, and we're made for connection. And so for me, I think that compassion is understanding, and it's time, it's tears, it's loving the people around you, and that's what I think compassion is.
My concept of compassion would be treating another person the way you would want to be treated. I think ultimately, when you consider any situation, you think, how will this affect the other? That's being compassionate. It's trying to relate as much as you can to whatever the person is going through, then you yourself acting on that knowledge in a way that would be beneficial for them.
Okay, when I think about compassion, the first thing that comes to my mind is an old saying, to walk a mile in another man's shoes, which means having empathy, to have a feeling with love and generosity towards our fellow mankind, regardless of who they are and what they've done. And that's what compassion means to me. Most of all, it means loving your fellow human beings.
I guess I feel like for me, having kids has unfolded a new layer of what compassion means and my capacity to be compassionate and really be genuinely compassionate, which is it's a funny thing. So, and then I can generalize, extrapolate from that outside of my family to try to